we give ourselves a nice, we're very efficient, but we still build in a day or two where we feel comfortable getting it done. And then guess what? Not only do we get it done on time, but we get it done the day before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guess who's really happy about that?
Yeah. Clients, generally
Everybody.
speaking. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We're back, Rob, episode 155.
I can't drive 155.
Can you believe we've done 155 of these things?
No, it's a lot
That
of
is
talking.
that is
Lot of
ridiculous.
talking.
Here's what I need to do. I need to do a better job of remembering when we're going to do these so I can like trim up and look. I'm looking a little haggard post holidays here. I'm looking a little shaggy.
We've had a lot going on, which we'll get
Yeah,
into
yeah.
in a little bit, but we've had a
Um,
lot going on.
Also, if there if Edge shaving gel wants to sponsor us, I am out of shaving cream. Hence a lot of the extra Mountain Man beard thing going on right now. I'm out of shaving cream, Ran out.
Well, if only there were a way to get more shaving cream.
I
Only
know.
there-
I'm out, but yet I have not been to CVS or wherever, or I mean, I guess we can order these things online now. I'm still like I got to go to the store, but no, you just order it and then shaving cream appears. So
Now, you're an Edge fan. What Edge? What flavor?
okay, here I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna put this on the internet. I'm putting this out there, right? I'm gonna be typecast. Okay, I like the Edge sensitive skin gel. Okay, but the travel size, and I will tell you why. Okay,
Wait.
I only like the mini bottles. I like the mini bottles. Okay?
First, is that the black bottle with the orange top?
100% correct. Yes. Yeah. Why it's called sensitive skin, I have no idea. Because
I use the exact same shaving cream.
oh my god. Okay, we're shaving cream brothers. Okay, we'll
It's
hook
a
a brother
blue
up.
gel. It's
Yeah.
a blue gel out of the thing.
It's a bluish gel that comes out. Or whatever. Here's the rub. I don't. I have a beard. I don't shave every day. I'm not shaving my entire face every day. Right.
Okay.
And I went through a phase where I would buy.
It would be wild if you did, and by the end of the day, it was
oh my
that
god,
long.
that would be like the definition of mountain man, right? I mean, somebody give me a lumberjack like axe or whatever like that. My problem was I wouldn't use the full size canister quick enough for the aerosol to work or whatever like that. So I would get down to the end and I would still feel there's still like, oh, not half, but there's like a third of this or a quarter of this thing left, but I can't get it out of the can because it's been tapped too early or whatever. Now, this is a problem going back to probably 15 years ago, and I'm sure aerosol technology has changed, right? But I got into the habit of buying the little mini bottles, like the little
I'm
travel
here to
bottles,
tell you
and I love them. So
that is I can say definitively because I use the exact same flavor of Edge.
okay.
And I have a very similar beard.
You do.
So
You do.
I have the same trials and tribulations.
Although I shave my head all the time. Well, not on camera, clearly.
Okay, well, that even is going to help my case.
Exactly.
And I shave probably, I would say 4 times a week.
Oh, wow. That's okay.
I don't shave my face every single day. Sometimes
me
I do.
either.
No. So probably 4 times a week.
Okay.
And I never, and I don't shave right.
You never have the aerosol issue.
Around the side.
Yeah.
And we've never run out of aerosol.
Okay. All right. I'm using aerosol like I even know what I'm talking about. I don't even know if that's what's in
No,
thing.
the pressure. I know what you mean.
Pressurized, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, how like sometimes you've had your spray paint in the garage. And
I
you're like,
know.
oh yeah, I got that can of white spray paint. And then you go to use it and you're like, it's not going to work.
I'm familiar with the problem. I'm just here to tell you it's no longer an issue.
It's no longer a problem. Okay. I'm still working on a solution from a problem from 10 years ago, of which it isn't a problem anymore.
It's been resolved. Maybe they resolved it when they went from the old can to the new can design.
And they always tinker with their little logo type. I like it. I'm a fan of that. So because they have in their logo type what I have tried to do for years and years and years with clients, and it never goes through, which is take letters and flip them upside down and use similar shapes and things like that, right? Make a G a D, that type of thing, right? And client, like it never, or make, I've always
Yeah,
done,
yeah,
you
yeah.
probably remember this, make the E the A, right? If you've got a logo
Yeah,
type that has an E in it, you know what I mean? Like just for some fun design symmetry, or like make the S a five, things like that, right? They've actually done a good job. Oh, next time you're shaving, one of the
I
four
don't
times
know
this
that
week.
I mean, I can picture the can and I can
Yeah,
picture the logo, but
it's got a
I've
good,
never
yeah.
really paid attention to the
The
type.
funny thing with those little pressurized well, I use the minis, is that there's so much, it's like when we worked in chemical packaging stuff, there are so many disclaimers and legal things on the front of the
Yeah,
package. I look
yeah,
at it and I think to myself, the poor package designer has to do the, like, caution, may explode, and,
yeah,
like, all the weird warnings and stuff like that takes up, like, half of the front of the shaving cream can. It's totally insane, so
for shaving cream. Go
I know.
figure.
That was quite the tangent, as one does at the beginning of this thing. It was a little 5-minute
Yeah.
dovetail, So, what was today's topic going to be, Rob? I don't even remember now.
When we're talking about, under promising and over delivering.
Yes, that's what it was. That's what it was. I think we yes, here's where this whole thing came from. We recently moved. Hooray. My back is killing me from moving boxes. It's good times, Everybody knows moving
Not we
sucks,
as an
right?
agency, but you as a
No,
family.
me as a person. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Moved into a new home, which is very exciting. And we did a little bit of work on the home, which is great, as one does. The time to do it is obviously before you move into the home, right? And so we had an issue where we were promised one thing, but then
And
let down, right? So it was, hey, the house is going to be ready on a certain date, right? Um, we're all ready for this date. Now, everyone knows who's ever done any work on a house or any type of renovation or whatever, like, you always have
you're never on
contingencies,
time.
right? There are too many things, at play. There are so many links in the chain. It's not just, your contractor, or, it's, or their subs, or the city, the permitting. Like, there's so many things that can blow the schedule out of the water, right? But here we are, right? I'm going to call it like 2 weeks before the end, right? I mean, we can see it. Like, it looks like, oh, it's almost done. Like, we're very, very, very
Yeah.
close. Everyone can see this, right? And we got the, like, oh yeah, everything's going to be good by Christmas. We think you're going to be able to get in there by Christmas. Well, bow, bow.
Why would anyone say that?
that is the
Why would anyone say that?
that is the prevailing thought, right? Why would you put that out there, right? If you're not going to deliver, right?
Yeah, that is yeah, I mean, construction-wise, you've got people you have to rely on, which can be unreliable at times because there's so many subs and
Yeah.
contractors and else, but there's also weather variables,
Oh yeah,
things that
absolutely.
no one has any control. We as a race
Yeah.
don't have control over,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, why you would do that, especially Christmas,
I
like,
know. I know. Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm not gonna say shame on you for knowing that wasn't gonna happen, but, I mean
No, but there's a little part of you that still wants it to happen, even though you're kind of looking at. Now, I did not tell my kids this was, you know what I mean? Like, hey, this is going to happen. It was
right,
pretty clear that this wasn't going to happen.
right,
But it did sort of, I don't know. It just was an interesting topic. I thought, there is definitely, it's kind of how we run our business as well, right?
right,
Is don't overpromise thing. Don't be the yes man. Don't just say yes, 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 yes. I mean, honesty is the best policy, right? And just be truthful and honest about what you can and cannot do, and from a business timing perspective and things like that, right?
right.
And then that sets everybody else up for success. You know what I mean? And then if you finish early, so. But I also think too, like, we are, you know, we're kind of that 1 foot pre-technology, 1 foot in technology, right? So we, through the course of our careers, have also been burned by, like, oh, the printer stopped working. You know, there's no internet. The power went out. It's kind of one of those, like, get it done, to the best of your ability, in a timely fashion, and do a great job, of course. And don't just put it off because you can, right?
Yeah,
Because anything could happen, right? There's the, like, oh, the client's coming in for a big presentation. I'll print it out in the morning. It's like, no, 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 no.
you're right.
Print it out now so it's ready
Yeah.
to go, because, the yellow toner suddenly is out. I mean, all these, I don't know. I don't know if you have any funny horror stories or any weird scenarios from your previous life, but everybody kind of learns that weird lesson, and then you have a fire drill, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, hey man, this fire drill was totally preventable, that type of thing. So
Yeah, you learn, at least I did, I'm sure everybody does. Early in your career, you learn by by missteps, right? And
yeah,
so two things that I think we learned and we've carried forward since we've run the shop is number one, and I was raised a very punctual person. My mother
yeah,
has instilled, I mean, that is instilled in me, and you have the same trait too.
I'm
Like we
exactly the same way.
5 minutes early is on time, right?
Yep,
It's like you are always on time to everything
yep,
in life. So I would say fortunately we have that instilled in us, but
yeah,
when it
it's a
comes
good
to
point.
work, and we've been there where it's like, sure, I can have that done tomorrow and early in our careers. And then it's like, oh no, I'm like up all night. I haven't
Hmm.
slept trying to get
Yeah,
this thing done. And oh my gosh, I got it done a minute before the
yeah,
deadline.
yeah.
But it only takes once. And then you're like, okay,
Okay.
never doing that again.
Yeah, I do
Right.
not want to go through that
No,
again.
I don't
Yeah,
want to go through that again. And then also too, the other part of that is scope, right? And saying yes to what sure I could do that. Sure, I can do that. And then agreeing to something that's maybe not as clearly defined as it should be. And then all of a
yeah,
sudden you find yourself, whoa, 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 whoa. Things have ballooned and I don't
yeah,
know that I can rein it back in.
yeah,
Uh, um, and so we always say, in terms of timing, we give ourselves a nice, we're very efficient, but we still build in a day or two where we feel comfortable getting it done.
yeah,
And then guess what? Not only do we get it done on time, but we get it done the day before.
yeah,
And
yeah,
guess who's really happy about that?
yeah. Clients, generally
Everybody.
speaking. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. And we
So.
are as well.
Yeah,
And
I
then I
mean,
think,
important to note, we're not just gonna sit on stuff, we're not gonna sit on it for a week before we send it to you,
no, no,
I mean,
no,
we
no,
wanna keep things moving as well, so.
no. But, and then also too, I think scope, it's just, you learn that lesson early too, is making sure that everybody is very, very clearly aligned and
Yeah.
exactly here is the
Here's what
scope,
we're doing.
is what we're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah,
Because, we're also in the business of, I think unlike a lot of agencies, the way our model is set up, um, we don't miss deadlines. That does not happen. If it's
yeah,
if it's in our control at all, we do not miss deadlines. And number two, we don't go over budget. There is
yeah,
no overages. There are no extra, oh, well, we went over here, we went over there.
yeah,
And I think that's been critical to our success over the
yeah.
years because everybody appreciates on time and on budget. I mean,
Yeah,
that
absolutely,
that's
absolutely.
just
Well, and the key to success, as you nailed it, there is clearly defining exactly what we're doing within the budget, right?
correct.
Otherwise, you have scope creep and things like that, right? Um, and sometimes you get a little bit of extra revisions here and there and things like that, but sometimes
It
it
all
is
it
what it is.
all launches out in the end. You're
Yeah,
always going to have those jobs that
totally,
are snake bit, as we call them, and
totally.
for whatever reason, a million different reasons, it
Mhm.
just falls off, goes off the rails.
Yeah,
Eh,
I just cannot I couldn't live my life. I know that sounds like a very braggadocious thing, just over promising things and then never delivering those things. Do you know what I mean? Like telling somebody, yes, you can do something when it's a maybe, right? I
yeah,
mean,
no, you
like
can't. Yeah,
the anxiety that would create, I think for me would be like, I mean, I'd be like sleeping in bed. You know what I mean? Like thinking about like, oh my, like I told somebody I was going to get something done, or we as an organization promised this thing was going. Like you can't live your like that's is just crazy to me.
no,
Like you can't be 5 minutes for the plane. Like the plane will leave without you. The trade show starts on Thursday. Do you know what I mean? Like you have
yeah,
to have the trade show booth to the trade show, not a like maybe situation, right?
and
So
that's another thing that because and I think going back to punctuality for a minute, like, and I'm gonna piss off a lot of people because a lot of people aren't punctual. It's just
ooh, good.
the way the
Yeah,
world is. But like, I get that anxiety when I'm looking at Waze and I'm
yeah,
driving somewhere. I'm like, oh my god, I might be 3 minutes late. I'm like,
yeah.
it's like panic mode. Like,
Well, dude, I was supposed to meet you for dinner, and I'm like, "Oh, I got fine." I checked the thing, and it was fine. And then I'm in the Uber, and I'm texting you like, "I can't. I'm not gonna make
I'm
it.
not gonna make it.
I'm not gonna make it." Like, and it's like,
Knowing full well that I don't care. It's a casual dinner. It's not like a
I
business
know,
meeting.
but
We're just
still,
that
it's
way.
like
Yeah.
"Oh, man, I'm kicking myself. I should have left, 20 minutes earlier." You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
that type of thing, right? But I just, it's like, yeah, no, the punctuality thing I think is the only thing we have on this planet is time, right?
Right.
And when you waste people's time, you can't get that back, you know?
Right.
Um, so whether that pisses people off or not, I don't care. That's reality. You know what I mean? If someone burns your time, they can't give it back to you. All right.
Right.
So
That's right.
yeah, I don't
So
know. It's an interesting, I know that in our previous lives we both worked for and or with people that, you know, didn't didn't vibe the way that we vibe in regards to overpromise and underdeliver, right? A little bit of
right.
the smoke and mirrors aspect of agency life, right? And that just, oh man, it just gives me like the heebie-jeebies, like just
Right.
even thinking about that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, but
So
hey man.
circling back to the reason for the discussion, how far beyond the promised date were you able to move in?
Well, we had the like in by the end of the year, in by the 31st, right? I mean,
Right.
now that was the conversation from a million years ago. Do you know what I mean? It was
Right.
always yes, it can be done by this, right? But then we started getting closer and closer and it was like, "Oh yeah, I think you got, yeah, you guys are going to be in by, like I think we're going to be a week early." That type of thing, which we weren't. So, it
Right.
just held true to the original date, if that makes sense,
Okay.
right?
Well, hey, I'm going to call that
Um
a win.
yeah, yeah, it held true to the original date and didn't go past that. Now, the unique aspect of home construction and dude, there's a punch list. I mean, there's a like,
Well,
oh yeah,
sure.
we got thing, we gotta fix this thing already. We
Of
got to,
course.
and that is 100% to be expected. So I'm
Right.
not really stressed about that. Um, but I still need that taken care
Right.
of. So, yeah, they gotta come back and finish a few little things here and there, but no, all good, all good. So I mean, it wasn't emergency crisis of parliament. Oh my God, where are we spending the night on Christmas? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I
Right.
mean,
Right.
that
Right.
type of thing, right? But there is a like, hey man, don't say something. Don't yes man this. You know what I mean? Like
Especially
don't
not
say
Christmas.
something.
Especially not
So,
Christmas.
yeah.
That's a double whammy.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, no, it's all good, but, it kinda dovetailed nicely into, that sort of concept, I think, in terms of advertising and design and managing everyone's expectations, and that's my thing too, is like, "Hey, just manage the expectations appropriately so everyone understands, what we're in
Right.
for here," that
That's
type of
right.
thing. So,
That's right.
yeah.
Well,
Um,
congrats on the new house. I know
yeah,
it's exciting and you're all moved in and
yeah.
probably
None of
boxes piled up to the ceiling and
Mhm,
everything else.
mhm. Yeah, I've got, shout out to Facebook Marketplace. I was able to give away, I think, like 50 boxes, packing
Really?
peanuts. Remember all those packing peanuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone took a lot of those packing peanuts off my hand. Here, you know what I mean? Like, this is the karma of moving, right?
Right.
It feels painful. I mean, I don't wanna piss off any box manufacturers out there, but it's like, "Oh, man, I gotta buy all these boxes," I mean,
Yeah.
boxes.
No, no, no.
So it's like, hey, here, that type of thing. So yeah, boxes piled to the roof. None of our furniture fits. I mean, you know how it is. Like trying to figure things out. Cleaning supplies. There's a lot of cleaning supplies being being purchased right now.
A lot of
That type of thing.
painter's tape on the wall, like just little markers here and there.
There we are. Here we do have the blue tape,
There
right?
you go.
The
Yeah.
blue tape
Mark this,
signifying.
mark that, mark
Yeah,
this.
things that need to be done, but no, but all good, man, all good, all exciting. So, I'm gonna call it the forever home, which is an exciting thing to be. So,
There you go. All
yeah, it's
right.
all
Well,
good.
very good.
So,
Very good.
um, well, speaking of forever, where can people find their forever agency?
The
How about
forever
that?
agency. Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
the one-stop shop. You don't need to go anywhere else. We got you
Mm,
covered. What
nope.
do you need?
Nope.
Yeah,
You can find us on the YouTubes. You can
yeah.
find us on most all of the socials, except X. I don't think we're on X. You
We're
can't
not really
not find
active.
us there.
Not on the X, not
No,
on
we're
the X.
not
I'm on
there.
Blue Sky. I think I'm the only one on Blue Sky. But, yeah,
Uh,
not on the X.
yeah, and then of course at
Yeah,
marktheagency.com. You can find us. We are not hard to find.
yeah, absolutely.
Um, and that concludes episode 155.
Love it. I wasn't sure who was gonna say something, but you jumped in. All right. All right. We'll see you next time, everybody.
All
Thanks.
right. See ya.
Okay, bye.